the only thing that I signed up to do was to honor the call. When I said take me or use me, this is the playground I was put in, and I all of a sudden had people coming to my door. I had no idea why they were coming to my door, because quite frankly, I wasn't doing anything, and to this day I still don't think I'm doing anything. Which is why my being uncomfortable in this situation is valid for me, because I'm not uncomfortable knowing we're sitting here having a candid conversation, having a cup of coffee. But to think that this is used for promotional or for marketing or whatever, I've said yes to this because I believe, I've been shown, and I will trust, and I believe that what transpires in these conversations is worthy enough to help someone in their own movement. And that is the only reason why I'm sitting here. Have I mentally thought about doing this? No. Did I consciously say I'm going to write a book and enter a contest? No. Did I say that I was going to open my door to hundreds of people to have this work done? No. All I said was use me, and use me to serve. Everything else has been created, and it's coming through me, but it's from spirit. So the ownership I take with that is I show up and I say yes. I will never say I am going to heal you, because I don't do the healing. Nobody does that.
You're the instrument.
Quite frankly, anyone that tells you that they can heal you, you should run away. That's my opinion, because I believe the healing is within, and it's within your own source of perfection. So yes, I will offer you a very safe, trusting space, and that is the first requirement. And the one thing that I've been trying to get to, and I'm going in circles, is the whole concept of faith. One of the reasons why I've never advertised is because I know that if you find your way to me, I have enough faith to know that the healing is already done, and that you are perfect and whole and complete. And the time that it takes for you to realize that is literally the time that you will be involved in a healing session.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me the other day, and I thought that was really fascinating, was that your job is to hold the space for the person in front of you to realize that they're already healed.
Because it's true.
And whatever that buffer of time happens to be is the healing process from their perspective.
But that's the freedom. The freedom comes in knowing that you're not broken. To believe that you are is one thing, but if you know you're not, and you know you have the ability to choose a different perception, is your freedom. So Freedom Wake is many things. It's the actual tangible experience, but it's also the intangible knowing. And people get to it in many different ways.
Right.
And then attached to that Freedom Wake is then the honoring. Once you get to that point of being comfortable with self, I mean, it's ever changing and ever growing. Where I am today, 3 weeks from now, my essence will be the same, but I never thought I would be doing this. But see, 15 years ago, I let go of all of what I thought, and I gave my will to a higher will. And I'm not saying everybody has to do that in order to connect with a deeper awareness of who they are. I took it to the nth degree, because I know that's the only thing that feels right to me. So my world and my work and my serving is really that, is to be there for others, which is why it's a 24/7. And I remember being in classes after all of this happened, trying to figure out what this was, and then realizing that I did lose my ego mind and all of that stuff. That, you know, people would say from an energetic point, when you're not working on somebody, you should close off your energy centers. And I would walk away going, but what's the point of that? Like, what would be the point? We spend all this time, we come into this situation in the beginning where if we're not in harmony and we're dealing with something, the energetic body is going to show you that you're either congested or depleted or whatever, and you're not open and functioning. So if you go to the trouble and the extent of opening those and doing the work that follows, the emotional and mental release, all of that kind of stuff, why on God's earth would you want to close them up after? Well, for protection, but then again, I don't believe we need to be protected, because when we are in our truth, truth is about love. There's no fear. You can't have both in the same equation.